Beast mode. 3, 2, 1, go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready, set, go. Are you ready? Are you ready?
One through there, one pushes like one side up, one side down, and the fucking door just fucking opens up. They just go one to the top, one to the bottom, and fucking open your door up like that with a couple of recips. Now it takes them a few seconds.
I mean,
that'll go down the door in like 10 seconds.
Wow, how much are them?
About 300 quid.
Are they?
That blade on the end of it there, that Milwaukee blade's 18 quid.
Fucking hell for a blade.
One blade. But we've got like a China supplier who gets the Bosch ones for 6 quid, and they're just as good.
I was going to say, that's where your expense is going to be, isn't it, the blades?
Yeah. So we got about 700 quid's worth for 260 quid from China.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Is it a bladed post or...?
Have people fucking donating them, giving them in.
Good.
Yeah, helping us out.
Fucking brilliant.
I don't do anything, I just... distribution hub, I just help people out with a bit of research.
Global warming research and all that.
Yeah.
So welcome to another episode of True Podcasts with me, Paul Candleton. Now, before we bring in our guest for today, let me give a big thanks out to and a big shout out to Jesus Christ, our one and only Saviour, and MK Cypher Films for making all this happen, and your one-stop shop for anything to do with film, TV, editing, show reels, anything like that. MK Cypher is your man. Now, our podcast guest today, people on Facebook will know him. People of Facebook have probably seen his videos and content. And let me now introduce Matty Boy Houston.
How we doing, mate?
How you doing,
right?
mate? How you doing, bruv?
Not bad, not
you
bad.
okay?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on today, man. It's been a while. I've been following you for a while. Great work.
Years
Brilliant
today.
work.
Years today I've been doing this.
A year today, yeah. We found
First
out
time
today.
I filmed myself was a year ago today.
And upon his arrival, we, I think it's more luck than judgment, found out that today is the anniversary that he actually started standing up for himself and everyone else, really. So I salute you, mate. I salute the work you're doing. I salute the balls you've got, because a lot of people are scared of their own fucking shadow nowadays. They're scared to say anything, scared to do anything, scared to go anywhere. So I salute you, mate. I salute everything you're doing.
Lose the fear. I'll say one thing.
Yeah, but people can't do it. People can't.
Why?
That's why the suicide rate's as high as what it is. No one can handle it. We look at lockdown.
But the cure's out there for anxiety and mental health and things like that. There's cures out there, like microdosing mushrooms, magic mushrooms they call them. That helps. Anyone who's feeling a bit low, you've got thoughts going around your head and stuff, you're feeling a bit depressed and that, get some of them in you. The cure's there. It's been researched in the UK, but guess what? We bypassed the research around here, and we've done a copious amount of these things, And yeah, they're very good for you. It kind of pigeonholes everything in your head. It's a really good thing for anxiety, for any sort of, I don't know about depressions and that, but it's got to be better than all this pharmaceutical
I was just going to
stuff they
say,
offer you.
don't you think that's what the media did back in the 60s when they made all the hippies the target because of the magic mushrooms and the free love and all that? Because that movement was pretty positive.
Because these people are happy.
Until the media jumped onto it and said it was LSD that's sending everyone wild. So it was a complete no, completely shut down. And then it had a reborn in about the early 90s.
LSD was basically synthetic mushrooms, right? And I think a lot of that come about because a lot of the time back then, like the mycology wasn't as good as it is now. I mean, these days people have got it down and it's freely available everywhere. So yeah, back then maybe it wasn't as easy to grow. Do you know what I mean? Getting the grow kits, the spores. Like now, you can just go online to a site like MycoPunks. You can get all the substrate, everything you need to grow your own mushrooms at home. You can go onto a site like Zamnesia.com if you're into mycology and you want to buy the spores for magic mushrooms and look at them.
I didn't realise how good they were.
You can get these delivered to your house from Holland. But it's obviously illegal to activate that. So don't activate it. Just study the spores with a microscope. But if you activated it by like pouring like hot, cool boiled water on it for 12 hours in the fridge, right? And then in 3 weeks, you'd have magic mushrooms. But obviously no one's allowed to do that in this country because they're so terrible.
Yeah.
But people, what our governments do is one person abuses something and everyone else is punished for that. It's like an army military regime. We're like, he did something wrong, so none of you can do that. We're going to punish all of you now because he did that.
Blanket everyone.
Bombing us with it.
Yeah. I mean, we've jumped right into the middle of the conversation here, right into the middle of the podcast. So, like with all my guests, let me take you all the way back to where you grew up and how life started for you.
Oh, a Hillingdon boy. I was born in Hillingdon Hospital. I grew up in a little village called Denham Village. It's just outside where the ULEZ zone is now. I had kids when I was like 20 years old and I moved back into Hillingdon. I was living in West Drayton until I was about 3 or 4. That's in Hillingdon. Out to Denham until I was 20 and then back into Hillingdon. But I've always been like right there. So a lot of my friends live just outside the ULEZ zone now. And I was living just inside it, basically a mile inside it. And I'd mates of mine saying to me, I ain't coming to your house no more because I've got to pay ULEZ.
Yeah. Well,
so you're trying to fucking isolate me from people I grew up with because now they have to pay to come to my house, or I've got to now pay for my truck to go to their house. I've got to pay to get out of the zone.
But I didn't give it a thought. And our last guest, he was driving a fucking Range Rover and got caught by the ULEZ. So I said to him, I'll pay it. You know, I completely forgot. I didn't even give it a thought. Yeah, I couldn't. We'll get to that. We'll get to ULEZ. And we'll get to that later in the podcast. But what was you doing for work?
I've been a truck driver. Truck driver mostly. I've got a truck driving licence when I was 25. I just drove trucks until last year. Going from job to job, not fucking liking any of them. I was driving on the motorway on the way here. First time I've been on a motorway for a while. I was just looking at all the poor lorry drivers thinking, fuck your life. Like, do you know what I mean? Just sitting there driving up the fucking motorway all day and that. Just,
welcome to my
do you know
world.
what I mean? Yeah, it's like, it's bollocks, mate. We should all be staying local, growing local. We're taking over. It's a corporate takeover I've seen in my working life. I mean, I started a job off at the post office. That was like,
I did as well.
Ministry of Defence I worked for. I worked fucking at an electrical shop. I've done all sorts of jobs over my life.
Is there any job that you like, or is it all bollocks?
It's all bollocks.
It is, isn't it?
It's just like, I've never fucking enjoyed having to fucking get up in the morning and like work for someone else. And like, when you work for someone else, it's often like, you see corporate profits and you know that like your sweat's doing that. And you're like, I was at a tribunal and a lad at Hillingdon Council had been on agency for like 17 years. I mean, this is like from like 2003 or something up to 2020. He was on this agency, right? And basically they take a portion of the wages each month. And I worked it out in 2022. That agency earned £1.1 million profit out of 370 odd guys working in Hillingdon Council on an agency. Right, so there's 370. Like I worked all this out. I fucking went to town on them with freedom of information requests and everything. Right, so they made that money, and Like they spent over £8 million at per temps, and the 1.1 million was. I went to a company's house and I looked at their turnover and their gross profit for that year, and I worked out the percentage of that, and then I put that percentage onto what they did at Hillingdon onto the figures at Hillingdon Council basically, and worked out how much gross profit would be on their average. It was £1.1 million. And I was just like, well, that works out. Like every day, these working men that I fucking live in my borough and I've like worked with every day, I watch these men sweat, and it's a hard job on the bins. I was driving the truck, but I'm watching these lads run behind the truck.
That's what my dad did.
10 mile a day, more than that sometimes. And working for it, and per temps, an employment agency who literally do fuck all. Once they've employed them, it should like they're brought on like you do like temp to perm 3 months, right? And you get a pay rise after 3 months, but they don't take them on permanent like they should, because it's like less ag for the council. They can just like punish these guys. Everyone's on edge all the time. You can lose your job that day, every day. So if the council employed them, after 2 years they'd have right to tribunal, right to all of these things. But on the agency, all those rights are basically obliterated, and the agency take £14 per day per man. That's the daily figure. So before that man fucking even does anything for himself or his family, 70 quid a week. When you're taking home just over 300 quid a week, 70 quid a week is a fucking big. It's a big percentage of your.
It's whether your family eat or
it's the percentage. It's fucking getting on to like 25%. Do you know what I mean? Like 20 odd % of that your fucking weekly, bang, gone straight to per temps. Your daily wage, £14 a day. Like for someone an MP who gets a fucking breakfast budget of fucking £50 a day for his boiled egg, you get 50 quid for a boiled egg in the morning. Like Eggs Benedict's at some flashy hotel, it cost them 50 quid, and that's on us, the taxpayer, right? But they want to punish these guys who are picking up all the waste, their waste. Because without these bin men, the place would be a tip. I mean, everyone needs everyone here. We've all got to work together. That's the whole idea. Oneness. Like, if everyone worked together, it should all be fair. Why should he get more than him?
I didn't realise how many millions and millions and millions of people lived within the Greater London. It surprises me that no one is rising up like you guys. No one's standing up for themselves.
I think the population numbers we're told are a fucking lie.
Do you think?
So if you look at China, for instance, we're told 1.2 billion people. If you add up like the top 300 fucking cities, it only comes to like just shy of fucking 200 million. So where the fuck are all the rest of them?
You think that goes?
They're not in the countryside.
Do you think that goes to many countries? Because I can't see the globe being overpopulated.
Do you think it's a globe?
Personally, I'm more positive than it's a globe. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You think a spinning ball?
Yeah.
So if you've got a spinning ball, how's water going to stick on the outside of it?
Yeah,
And if you spin it, and have you seen the Georgia Guidestones, where that stone, you can look through it, and Polaris, they've blown them up now, but Polaris was there through the same hole in the same stone every night. You can just look through the hole, a drilled hole in the stone. That stone never moves. We never move.
Don't you think it's a globe?
No, I think it's a flat plane, a realm.
Because I was watching a guy, you probably heard of him, Ken O'Keefe.
No.
No.
I don't watch a lot, mate. I'm bad on film. I'm bad on everything like that. And
he used to be an American Marine, but he burnt his passport and moved to London. And he's been doing a lot on James English on YouTube. Sean Atwood has been on. I'm trying to get him on this podcast. And he's talking a lot about Antarctica, flat Earth, and the lost civilization. That is
stuff like that.
Yeah.
What is that, Antarctica?
Because the first person that was to do a massive excursion to Antarctica was Hitler, and then if you think he came back with some superior race. Now Hitler wasn't blonde. He definitely didn't have fucking blue eyes.
What do they call Antarctica? The Arctic what?
A circle.
A fucking circle.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that. Okay.
They tell you in the name what it is.
Yeah.
It's a fucking circle. It's a wall. They tell you, have you watched Game of Thrones? There's loads in there. The ice wall.
It was in House Dragon.
The ice wall. And then they've got the Black Watch. Who are the Black Watch? Once you're in the Black Watch, you never come back. Go and defend the wall. So Antarctica's military. So if you get sent down there, maybe you don't come back.
MK Cypher Films is an independent production company based in Enfield, London, UK. We produce documentaries, short feature films, social media videos, and provide photography studio space for weddings, christenings, and corporate videos.
The only thing that I don't understand is for as long as the globe is, well, the world has been the world, everyone's been fighting, whether it was with spears or fucking rockets. We've always been fighting each other. So how come that the whole globe has come together on one treaty? Not going to go to Antarctica since
who made the treaty?
Since the Nazis went there.
Who made the treaty?
No idea.
United Nations.
Okay,
Right.
that
And
makes
what
sense.
is their symbol? When you
Stars.
see, no, the flat Earth
Yeah.
map, the autopilot map. They show you the fucking United Nations symbol is the flat Earth map. It's right there in your face with a circle around it, the Arctic Circle. You know, go and look at the United Nations symbol.
Okay. Where's the phone? We've got a phone.
Yeah, United Nations, and it's the flat Earth map's in the background. It's got like a couple of little like corn leaves. It's blue, isn't it? That's the map, right? So I'll tell you a really good thing that will help prove it, right? So if you get a globe and you get a bit of string and work out like flight paths and shit, and you can put this on. So the flight times. So if you want to go from like New Zealand over to fucking Argentina, you'd think it'd be just a quick little fucking zip across the Pacific, but it's like you got to go and look at where they fucking fly for that, and tell me they're going the quickest way. And they are going the quickest way because they're going in a straight fucking line across the flat Earth map. The autopilot map that pilots use is a flat Earth map. Air, plane, in the air, over a plane. They tell you in the name.
Well, my friend's got a plane and we fly everywhere.
Yeah.
And I said to Rog, big shout out to Rog, I said, do you think the Earth's flat or in a ball? And he just laughed. He said, of course it's a globe. No,
It's not.
he's a pilot, so I don't know enough.
Well,
to
if it's
say,
a small
to say to
plane,
him.
he's not up high enough to really see. It's all about perception. I've seen loads of videos where the moon is below the horizon, the sun below the horizon. People filming that from planes. So it's a local sun. We're told there's going to be 2 moons this Sunday, aren't we? 29th.
2.
There's going to be 2 moons this Sunday. That's what they say. I've seen that in a load of places this week. On the
Okay.
29th of September this year, there's
Oh.
going to be a second moon, I reckon. I don't know.
Couple weeks, it's going to be orbiting us.
Yeah.
I
So
can
there's
have
going to be
2
a
moons.
second moon.
That don't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
See,
I think we definitely didn't go to the moon. Definitely fucking not.
I was asked a question that if it was a flat Earth, what are the stars?
A reflection. The reflections. If we're in a firmament, it's a reflection of the map, the moon.
Do you remember the Simpsons movie where they were stuck in that glass ball?
Simpsons, fuck it, yeah.
Yeah.
In the
Don't
dome.
you think they always let things?
Did you see
out?
the Simpsons? We were talking about silver, weren't we?
Yeah.
Did you see GameStop? This is what got me onto
Yeah.
silver.
I was watching it the other
GME
night.
stock. And Simpsons predicted that from zero to
It did, yeah.
Right, and they put that in there, and then the lads who done that come on. It was on Reddit that they done that. It was called the Reddit, the GameStop. Like they done that from Reddit. That was 50,000 lads on Reddit. They knew that was going to get shorted. They had some inside information, and when they did try to short it, them lads went in at the bottom price and bought all the stock. Because what they do is they
Because GameStop was falling apart, wasn't it?
so they try and crash it, and I don't know how they. I don't know the ins and outs of what
me.
they've done, but I know that they were like, right, now we're going to do this on silver. So there's been a thing going on called the Great Silver Short Squeeze. People buying up silver since that happened about 4 years ago, and a lot of people on it, like just quietly, just chipping away, getting a few tokens and getting that silver while it's still cheap. Because it'll go at some point when the banknotes that we've got at the minute, when they tell us that they're not valuable anymore, the only thing you're going to have that's valuable is the gold and silver that you've bought. Like,
But you know what? I'm surprised how many people are not doing it or don't believe. Because when I try and tell especially my parents, and they're still stuck in the fiat currency, which I don't blame them because that's what was brought up thinking that's how it worked for them. But it's impossible.
Can you explain why King Charles has not got a crown on the banknotes? The Queen's got a crown on. Why isn't the King? I've seen pictures of him. There's a coronation coin on the Royal Mint where
a fair point.
he's got a crown on him. But why does he not wear a crown on the banknotes? Unless he's not the King. Old sausage fingers.
Who do you think?
I think he's gone. I think we've been brought up in a society where we've been taught that some people are fucking better than others, right? So we've got the royal family here. This is a family that get out and virtue signal, and they walk out in front of the public, and we're going to pray for people in poverty today. We're going to pray for you people because you're in poverty, right? While they sit and hoard billions in gold, So would that not be exactly the same as going, right, we've got the cure for cancer here, but we're going to pray for you to get better?
Wow. I truly believe that they've got a cure for cancer, 100%.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because
mate.
you can't have all these.
Millions.
You can't be at the forefront of technology.
How many
with-
royals have you seen die of cancer?
None.
There you go.
You can't be at the forefront of technology with phones, everything that you
We're
see
not at
around
the forefront of technology. We're held back massively, I do believe. I think there's technology out there that's way beyond our comprehension at the minute, that's hidden from us. Hidden. Like, why? I think they went to Iraq for a Stargate. How did they manage to blow up the Twin Towers? Do you know what I mean? Like, all these things, these massive operations, like, and they've got away with it right under people's noses. Like, but we're in an age now where every motherfucker's the cameraman. Right, no one noticed when the moon landed because no one really knew
you
about
believe that?
TV and how. Like, of course, we definitely didn't go to the moon. It's fake. Like, who filmed it?
I know,
That's the
yeah.
fucking first question. Who filmed it? Right, but back then, no one was aware of how. No one had a phone in their pocket. Like, if you wanted your photo taken, you had to go to a fucking studio and you had to sit there for 10 minutes and they press a button and then you get one little photo back of your family and stuff. But do you know what I mean? They didn't realise there had to be a cat. They were just like, yeah, look, we can see it. We don't know how they're just like in awe of what they're seeing. They're not even thinking about the background. They're just like, look, we've gone to the moon. And it's pack mentality. Everyone's fucking like, this
When I
is
was
what
young-
they're telling us.
You know what? Recently I saw something on TikTok.
Yeah?
So it was a comedy with kids. And then they asked the kid, how many people are in the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are 2 people in the picture. But then, the kids say 3 people.
Yeah.
And they were so confused that, why are you saying 3 people? So are you ignoring the cameraman?
Yeah. So the kids.
The picture.
Yeah, the kids know. Yeah, there's 3 people there. There's always an extra one. Who is the man? That was one of Rick Mail's. Like, who is the man who is making things he wants you to see?
Yeah,
Who
I
is
saw
the
that
man
as well.
behind the
Who's the
camera?
man behind the camera?
Throw away your TV sets now. That sticks in my mind. That
Don't
Rick
you?
Mail, he's
Yeah.
a hero of mine.
That was
I
the
used
last
to
thing
watch
he said.
Bottom and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch Bottom and the Young Ones and all that crap. But yeah, Rick Mail was a man, and he was awake when he went. He knew. I think Jill Dando was about. I think she got done because
100%,
she was
yeah.
about to expose the BBC paedophile ring. Like Hugh Edwards, right? So we've got a lad. This is the state of this country at the minute. There's a lad that lives on my estate, right? Went to one of these marches uptown and he got caught chanting, like just going with the crowd and chanting what the crowd were chanting, and did a little dance in the street towards the police, gesturing, right? Didn't hurt anyone, didn't throw anything, didn't do anything. Gets nicked for said offences, right? And is now in HMP ISIS on Belmarsh Road, London, for 6 months. A gang fucking prison, right? This lad has been taken to this like march that he's been Pied Pipered into by a Tommy Robinson or someone, right? And yeah, now he's sitting inside for 6 months, and he's 23 years old. Yet we've got Hugh Edwards, a disgusting paedophile who paid someone
6 months suspended,
£1,500 to abuse a 9-year-old girl because like he wanted to do it, but he can't, so he's paying someone else to do it for him. It's as bad as doing the crime yourself, and he gets a 6 month suspended sentence. They should be shooting him. They should be taking his life there and then for what he's done to that kid. Whether he was part of that. And for that, that should be the death penalty. He's taken that kid's life away from him there, and he should be dying there. They're going to need a lot of executioners, I reckon.
Well, I was watching Netflix last night. Was it last night, night before? Could be the night before. Jimmy Savile. It's a documentary on there at the moment. And who was the only presenter that was showing on the news reporting this story? Hugh Edwards. And I just thought, fuck me, that didn't age well. Oh, it did age well. At least,
they're all in on
one by one they're coming out. And it's always to do with the BBC. I mean, Panorama suspended a documentary that was made about Savile because of his funeral. I think it was something to do with his funeral. And lo and behold, the director of Panorama has just been done for the same thing, paedophilia.
It's all of them.
It's got to be.
Well, if you're elevated at this point, you've got to be controlled. Like, these people take a lot of money and they do things. Do you know what I mean? Once you get, like, I think we're seeing a lot of young leaders coming through. Because these little young'uns are, like, very easy to corrupt. Do you know what I mean? Like, we see a guy come in for Labour a ginger little spotty fella. He looks about 23 years old. It just like, what a state.
What could he possibly say to you?
Nothing,
And convince
mate.
you?
He couldn't say a
he's
damn
gonna be
word
the
to
saviour
me.
to everything. None.
He couldn't say a damn word to me. These people are stupid. Very fucking stupid. They're fucking out of touch with what actually goes on. And people think that they're voting for like a local person. You're not. You're voting for someone who's come into that local Conservative club. They've gone in there, they've kissed arse, and they've fucking done what they're told to be able to get that nominee. Do you know what I mean? They're very fucking funny about who they'll let fucking run for their Conservative. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be approved by the fucking bosses. Like, you're not getting, like, you might want to go into the Conservative club and say, right, I want to be a Conservative candidate, but unless you're playing ball and playing their game and saying, yes, sir, no, sir, 3 bags full, sir, you ain't getting that candidateship. They'll give it to someone else. You don't get to decide. The people at the top always decide, and it's fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, and then you just chuck 2 puppets on a string. Which puppet would you like today? I'm still pulling, like, I'm still making them both move, yeah? But you get to choose which one you want on the fucking show. You don't like that one? Oh, well. And he's still, yeah, look, see, I'm still fucking making him move. It's still the same guy at the background.
It's like the Wizard of Oz, you know, when that guy behind the curtain is controlling.
Who is the man who's making things he wants you to see?
That's the question.
It's the question. These people are hidden from society.
But they're having to play the hand now, so people are going to see who they are.
Dark to light, yeah, they're having to come out, like, because we're in. Like,
Don't you think that's something to do with technology, like we were saying? Being
technology, everyone's a cameraman. Like, you can't hide these days. Eyes fucking everywhere. If anything's happening, someone's pulling out a phone. You see, like, that's why I've got like people sending me in footage and shit all the time. I get it. I'm like, fucking hell, sending this out. Like, fucking save it to my phone and fucking delete the messages from the people so no one gets in trouble. But like, I get it all the time. Like every time someone sees something happen now, they're pulling out their. That's why it's got fucking popular. We are the media now. The revolution. It's not going to be fucking televised. They're not going to show you because they're complicit in the crime. The media is run by the same people who run everything else. They're in charge of everything.
That's a really people don't realise how small that circle is. That runs everything.
Well, BlackRock and Vanguard. Let's take these two companies.
I didn't even know they existed until 4 years ago.
A little bit of everything. And when you own a little bit of everything, you've got a fucking say in even if one of your business ventures closes down, you've got fucking 5,000 more. It doesn't matter. Like they don't care about losing. Like these people are fucking on it. Like trillions of dollars of fucking assets and stuff that they manage. Like, it's just ridiculous. If you go to like the top, like what's the British Stock Exchange called? Like, if you go on that and look at is it the FTSE?
Yeah.
Right, you go on there and you look at the top 100 performing companies, right, and you look at their top shareholders. Go and look who their top shareholders are. And it's BlackRock and Vanguard every fucking time.
A lot of it's the same names over and over and over again.
Yeah, they are. All over
all over the world. I would say globe because the
realm.
The more I look into things.
MK Cypher Films is an independent production company based in Enfield, London, UK. We produce documentaries.
You're the player. You're out fucking causing damage, running around. But every time you go into the gun shop, don't matter what time of day you go in there, that gun fucking man, he's behind that counter standing there with a fucking smile on his face. He's never got opinion about nothing, never changes the fucking tone of his voice, nothing. He's always the same. He can't go outside doing what he normally fucking does. He just has to fucking make the moves that he always has. Do you know what I mean? And he's a non-player character. He's not got any character. He's not got anything about him. He just does what he's fucking told. And a lot of people can't function without orders. Like, you see it all the time. Like, without the orders to follow, and like they don't know what to do.
Don't you think that's what school is, though?
School is teaching kids. All they teach you to do at school is remember facts, remember this and remember that. They don't actually teach you anything. They don't teach you how to get on in life. They don't teach you how to be practical. If you want to make something, I used to fucking like making stuff when I was a kid. Like, I used to go out and like be messing around, banging bits of wood together with some old nails that we found. Do you know what I mean? Look, we got some nails. We can go and fucking put something together now. Do you know what I mean? And like, I'd like doing that. And then I went to school, right? And I'm sitting in this fucking technology class, and these pricks want me to fucking sit there and draw 50 pictures of what I want to fucking make. I'm like, I don't want to draw 50 pictures of it. I want to fucking make it. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind drawing one quick picture of it. It's like, go by. But like now, like when I do my woodwork now, I don't spend any time sitting there fucking playing. Like when I do like little fridge magnets and shit. So I make animal fridge magnets. I didn't bring any today, but I'll just like go on my phone, get a picture of whatever animal I want to make. I draw around it quickly, get a tracing of it, cut that bit of paper out, put it on a bit of wood, cut that out. Then I go back and look at the fucking detail of the photo that I looked at and carve whatever I want into it. Like get to smooth out all the sides because obviously it's rough cut. Sand it all down and make it look nice. But I didn't need to sit there and do a fucking sheet of paper, fucking like waste like 5-6 lessons doing a fucking bit of paper. Just let me fucking do it. If I practiced for all them 5-6 lessons making that thing, and you let me make fucking 5 or 6 like bulge efforts, I'd have learnt a lot more from fucking bodging it up practically than I did from fucking drawing 10 pictures of it, and then you fuckers letting me have one go at making it. Like, give me 5 goes at making it and I'll fucking learn more than just drawing pictures of it and doing it once at the end. And that's how they teach you in technology in school. It's the same everywhere. Like, my maths teachers used to love me because I used to get everything right, but I didn't care. I was like, this is just too... I used to play up because I was fucking bored. I was bored shitless. Like, they tell you something and it's like, right, I know that now, on to the next thing. But then, because there's stupid people about, it's like they've got to go through the same thing 10 times. Like, you waste half a lesson just going through like one little thing. It's like, mate, I knew this like 25 minutes ago. Can we just fucking move on? Like,
when I did school, I was more the opposite. I was bored because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. You know, I weren't academic.
I wasn't academic.
But not in the least. Me, sports, and that was it. And I love playing with my mates, just having fun, being a kid. What a kid did, run around, having fun, carefree. I didn't like the academic side of school, being told what to do.
Don't tell me.
Tuck your shirt in, put your blazer on. Fuck off.
Fuck it. Don't tell me.
Yeah. But when you're young, you're always listening out for a bell or a whistle, which is your direction to do something or to stand still. And it's the same in work. When you're clocking at work or when you finish, you're waiting for a buzzer or you're waiting for a bell. And I didn't get this until at least COVID. That's when I woke up. And do you know what woke me up? I was watching, because I fell for it big time, hook, line and sinker. First week, I fell for it big time, and I was on a film set in Oxford, and I said to my mate who was on set, "What the fuck am I going to do about my parents? You know what I mean? They ain't going to survive this." So for a week, mate, I was panicking, didn't sleep, running around like a fucking idiot, and then fucking Boris, the scruffy little bastard, come on telly, and he says, "Oh, what we're going to do is wash our hands, so what's up was singing a fucking nursery rhyme."
It's a fucking monstrosity of a fucking moped. I mean, and the people who fucking put that puppet out there must be pissing themselves when they fucking people voted for that cunt. Fuck's sake.
But when I heard this, that was when, okay, what the fuck is going on here? Really? What the fuck is going on? And it woke up a lot of people, COVID did. It woke up a lot of people to what the mainstream media is, how it works, who's behind it, the kind of people that are behind it because they've been brought to justice, or say justice. 6 months suspended sentence isn't really a justice, but they're being found out. I'm following America a lot, and I'm seeing a lot of what's happening in America with Donald Trump, who I don't care what anyone says, we need Donald Trump back in power. We need him to stop the wars in Ukraine.
It's
stop
a
the wars.
33-degree Freemason, though.
But okay, yeah, I get that. I understand. Donald Trump's not perfect. I'm not trying to paint the guy.
He's a billionaire.
He is, but what he isn't is a politician. What he isn't is
businessman.
He's a businessman. So what a businessman wants to do is create jobs, bring money.
He did.
What a politician wants to do is complete the opposite.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why they're trying to kill him. Now, I've seen a lot of reports of Tommy Robinson and what the mainstream media painted him out to be, and I believed it. Hook, line and sinker.
Stephen Yaxley Lennon.
That's his real name. Brought up in Luton.
Yeah.
And a lot of what he was saying, I couldn't disagree. Can't disagree. A lot of things he exposed with Huddersfield, Council, Rochdale, Rotherham, Luton itself. Well, you can't argue with the truth.
He's gone after nonces, basically, isn't he? Let's just fucking say it. He's gone after a bunch of filthy fucking nonces, right? And basically, we've got a bunch of filthy fucking nonces running the fucking show everywhere, and nonces
Royal
and nonces
family.
and nonce, right?
Yeah.
So why does he only focus on one group? Why does he keep his focus on, like, if you're going to go at nonces, go at them all? He's done a post on Epstein and that before, and he's touched on
not
it
as much.
briefly,
Briefly,
but
yeah.
he hammers the fucking like the grooming gangs, and someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why not go for the ones in power who are having this enabled? Like, so he's basically going in at the bottom of the ladder here. There's a lot of more higher powered, not like the people, the nonces Tommy's going for are all of certain ethnic origin, and they're not known people, right? There are a lot of known nonces out there who, like that Epstein flight list, it's available. If you want to see that, you can go on the internet and you can find it. It's there. I've seen it. Right? How true it is, I don't know, but it's a long list, and it's got a lot of names that people will recognise, and a lot of names people won't recognise as well. So, but why isn't Tommy going for powerful nonces? Why does Tommy only go for nonces of a certain ethnic origin who are unknown? Because he's trying to turn. It's divide and conquer. I think Tommy's a Pied Piper of sorts. He's leading people down the wrong direction. So if you want to take the top off something, like you're going to you take the ones out at the top, the whole thing comes crumbling down. He's trying to take it out like little ones at the bottom, and it's not going to take the top ones out. They'll just be replaced by more little minions coming in.
Would you put Andrew Tate in the same bracket as Tommy Robinson?
I've not watched that. I like Andrew Tate. Both of these men follow me on X.
No.
Yeah, both of them follow me. I like Andrew Tate. I like how he comes across. I like how brutal he is, and I like that he keeps a fucking good sense of humour about it. Do you know what I mean? He just likes laughing and taking a fucking piss, and that's why I like Andrew Tate. Whatever people said he's done, all the birds and that he's supposed to traffic. You see any of them girls, they all said that he fucking treated us nicely, and they're all having fun. Do you know what I mean? They're getting a lot of money spent on them, and they're having fun. Right, so no one's come out and said the Tate brothers have been mean to them or done anything bad.
But these people that speak the truth, and obviously,
why is he going down so hard?
Yeah, exactly. So why are people like Donald Trump, Andrew Tate, Tommy Robinson? Now they're not all the same kind of people. I get that, but they're all speaking the truth in one aspect or another. One's trying to been killed twice. Andrew Tate's been stripped.
Has he though? Has he? Or was it just a show?
I wouldn't want to contemplate that yet.
Mate, if you look at the facts of what went on, that guy was fucking seen on that roof. Like, he's there with fucking Secret Service, allegedly fucking snipers everywhere, and he's managed to get up on a rooftop with a clear shot of the fucking president. You're having a fucking laugh. He was allowed up there, and it's just bullshit. Like, there's been photos of it. It's in The Simpsons. How do they fucking know?
Again.
How do they fucking know that? Like, literally, here.
How, yeah?
I'll tell you how. I've said it a load of times on my live streams. I think time travel's fucking happened here. People are fucking... Time travel's definitely fucking happened. And there's no other fucking way of explaining it. Someone who's fucking been in the future, he's popped back a few years, he's written a fucking Simpson, he's fucking just told us what's happening.
See, there's going to be a lot of people viewers there that are going to be laughing about time travel. Now, before you laugh, let me just make this fact. That across the globe, there's been new discoveries made, new discoveries of civilizations, ancient civilizations that have built humongous civilizations. Now, they've all got one thing in common, and that's pyramids. Now, they're all over the globe, or all over the world. And how the fuck did they know how to build? If no one was in communication, then how did they know? How would they know how to build these buildings? We can't even build them today.
If you look at, I think the pyramids in Egypt line up with the constellation of Orion, I think it is.
But how did they know?
Like, it's ancient technology. The people used to be a lot bigger than what we are now. So these pyramids, if you look at how many bricks and you work it all out, we had giants. So if you look, I think a lot of the rocks we're told are millions of years old. I don't think they're. No, I don't think it's like that. Petrification, so fossil fuels as well. We're told it's oils are fossil fuel. Well, why do they call it? There's not a fucking fossil in it. No. They call it a fossil to give the idea of making it sort of sacred, like rare. Sacritity or whatever the fuck they call it.
Oh, okay. So it could run
if it's more rarer, then they can charge more money for it. But it's the second most numerous liquid on the planet, and it replenishes itself.
It's like gold. Once you've got a gold pit, and once you've mined the gold, it's not just going to come back. It's gone. It's gone. It's going to move on. Yeah.
So like the Grand Canyon. If you looked at, they've got pyramids there, haven't they? In the Grand Canyon,
I've heard.
And 90% of the Grand Canyon's off limits to the public.
Yeah,
There's no mining.
Exactly what I was going to say.
No mining allowed in the Grand Canyon. If they were allowed, I've heard word. I don't know this for a fact. It's just rumours. But if they mined the Grand Canyon, the gold price would just plummet. Like, there's so much there that it would just be like, look, we've got all we ever need here, basically. But I saw loads of stuff like these pyramids used to be gold lined, right? Where the fuck did all the gold go, right? So then I've been following the Q conspiracy for a good while, and I saw that they went to the Vatican. So the Q conspiracy, they basically said the three heads of the snake. You've got this pyramid, the Saudis, the Vatican, and Israel. They've already done the Saudis. The Saudis went first. Then they went to the Vatican. I had 13 stories underground, rooms full of fucking gold, and the Americans took the lot. It's already been done. I don't know that's a fact. That's just rumours, just stories out there. But
Wow.
it makes sense. And now they're in Israel. And have you ever followed Q? Q, like, it's been known as QAnon in the media. Like, it was on the ACON boards.
Okay.
US military intelligence, it looks like. It's very interesting stuff. There's a lot of autistic people out there who like looking at numbers and remembering numbers and stuff. And like they were time-stamping tweets and time-stamping Q drops, they called them, like intelligence drops, and proving that basically it's Trump and the fucking like US military showing you, telling you things of what's going to happen. And it was all proven with timestamps, but the media writ it off like some mad conspiracy. But when you... How many coincidences until something is mathematically impossible? Right, so if you go to the bookies and you do an ACCA and you put down 2 to 1 and you do 20 bets at 2 to 1, if that comes in, you've got £1 million. Right, so if you think about like how they like times up the odds and that, like if you've got like something 100 to 1 chance of fucking happening, thousands to 1, and then you've got loads of these things happening, like coincidences. Yeah, happening all over the place. All these coincidences. How many coincidences until it's mathematically impossible? That's what the Q lot did. That's what they showed us over from 2016, late 2016, 2017. They were showing us exactly what was fucking going on. The pandemic. It was just before the pandemic. I woke up. I was like, fuck me. Yeah, I was watching this from like 2017 onwards, and I was like, I didn't say anything on social. I was like, fuck me, look at this. Like, what is going on here?
But
This is
don't you
fucking.
question, like, is this real? Or am I?
I was questioning now. That's why I didn't want to say it, because I saw loads of people like the Anons and that all like. Their social medias were changing from like basically being like their normal social media to like bang, fuck me, look at them like post, and they took all of those accounts. I didn't post because I was very sceptical at the start. I was like, this is bollocks. Like, but it was like an interesting game. I fucking love a game. I've been a gamer all my life, right? And this was like a game of like numbers and stuff, and I could sit there and I can easily remember these numbers and stuff, and like, I can like I think I've sat there just for fun. I can remember pi to like 45 places. Do you know what I mean? It's like if I want to do it, I can do it. Like and like they don't like this. People can't do that shit. That I
just
can do.
on that subject, you do what you do. I mean, just some of the stuff that you've made here. What wood? Where'd you get the wood from to do and how?
I've got a couple of mates who are tree surgeons. They just bring us wood, like and like.
So
if they bring,
scrap wood, really?
basically, yeah, that'd probably gone to a burner or something if I hadn't salvaged it. But
These are really
hand
beautiful.
turned, yeah. See, this is the whole thing. So my digital, like going back to gaming, right? So before COVID, sort of leading up to COVID, all I fucking did was play Call of Duty on the Xbox. That's probably why I've got the gift of the gab. I used to just sit there and chat shit all fucking day on the Xbox. Like, I love it. It was like the Wild West. You say whatever you fucking like, take the piss. Do you know what I mean? It's a good fucking laugh. Just sitting there all night, just fucking drinking and doing fuck all, basically. But I got to COVID and I looked back and I was like, what the fuck have I actually got to show for my time? Like, all I've got is like fucking 500 days on Call of Duty. I mean, well, it's like, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's about 300 though. Yeah, over like 15 years, mate, 300 days time played. That's like in fucking games. Like that's like nearly a full year of my life wasted on Call
I know
of
we
Duty.
laugh, and you put it in a way that you can laugh. But that's 10 days, never going to get back.
But yeah, now, then I decided, right, I'm going to fucking make something. So I wanted a new fucking spatula. So I went and made myself a new spatula. And my mum was like, I want a spatula. I like that spatula. Make me one. And then I made a couple from a couple of other mates. And then I was like, I fucking need some more wood. I asked one of my pals to get me a couple of logs to saw up. And I started fucking sawing them. I actually fucking sawed them with a handsaw when I started there. Just fucking sawing them. Now I've got chainsaws and all sorts. So yeah, we've upgraded a bit since the start. But yeah, it started off, I was just making spatula. And someone said, make us a bowl. So I looked at it and I was like, how the fuck do you make a bowl? I never looked into it before in my life. And I looked on it, I was like, I need this thing called a lathe. So I looked into what a fucking lathe was. Where the fuck do I get one of these things? I looked at it, I was like, it's going to be about £1,000 to get one of them. So I fucking saved up for a couple of months and got myself a fucking lathe. And fucking just went from there. And then like once you've got that, basically you can make anything that's fucking spins in a circle. I started off making bowls. and bats. And then
brilliant.
to make a pen, you've got to buy about 450 quid's worth of like bits of kit and like bits of messing around, and there's a constant supply of sandpaper and that you need. But yeah, it keeps the mind occupied. And also, like when you go to some, so I made like over 500 fridge magnets. So now when I go to my pals' houses now, I walk in, I see their fridge. It's like you've had a little piss in the corner. Do you know what I mean? You've marked your fucking territory there. Like I've got my little fridge magnet on the fucking fridge. Thank you for.
You
But
ain't little merchandise.
I forget that I fucking made that, and then I'll go to their house like a year later, and I'm like, fucking yeah, look, I remember that one. Do you know what I mean? I'll be able to tell them exactly what wood it. I'm so fucking well.
No,
at it.
honestly, mate, it's a skill. Can people buy these off you?
I can, yeah.
Or what do you do? Just DM me with a
Mate,
order?
yeah, DM me on Facebook. Facebook's the main one. Like I like doing it on. Cause
That's where I started.
I haven't really advertised. I haven't had to advertise it anywhere else because basically I can't keep up with demand at the minute. I've had fuckers like offering me to engrave my signature. I fucking laughing at them. Like, can you put? So I started doing the spatulas. I put Blade Runner 1 on it. And then the next person asked, can I have a numbered one as well? I was going to put Blade Runner 1 on all of them, but I thought, fuck it, I'll do a number 2. And then I started number 3, and now I'm just started numbering them. So, yeah, if you got number, the guy who done it asked for it first has obviously got. And then I'll get messages like, when you're famous, when you're prime, I'm just fucking laughing at it. Like, yeah, all right, mate. It doesn't seem to me like you'll be that fucking famous, do you know what I mean? You just.
MK Cypher Films is an independent production company based in Enfield, London, UK. We produce documentaries, short feature films, social media videos, and provide photography studio space for weddings, christenings, and corporate videos.
But look at how the 4 years has grown.
I thought it was good when I got 150 followers, mate, last year. When I put that video up, I did that a year ago today, and I got 150 new followers. I was like, fuck me, look, 150 followers. I thought that was fucking great. And now
when Matt arrived this morning, I think we might have already mentioned it in the podcast, but if I haven't, I'm going to do it again. He was showing me some photos, and I said that I'd been following him for about a year, seems longer, and we found out that it was near enough to the hour, by a couple of hours, that he started to do what he's doing, and I think it's a great anniversary, not to obviously speak to you and to meet you, but.
Yeah.
Show you what you're doing, show you the changes you make, trying to wake the Great Awakening to people.
The Great Awakening is within. Everyone's got to do it themselves. I can't do it for you. I'm doing is point things out and make it obvious for you.
But a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people want orders, want to be shown what to do, want to be told what to do.
I have to get something about them, ain't
Which brings me on to this machine. Now,
I? Baby.
I know it's a reciprocating saw. I've never used one before, to be honest. But these are part of you, is that right?
I never owned a reciprocating saw before last year, and now guess what? I own 6 of them.
Good tool.
Very good tool.
But
Like, if people want to play with one of these, the best thing to do is you pick it up. Like often they push. Best thing to do is hold it like that. Make sure this bit is touching whatever you're going to be cutting, like a scaffold bar or whatever, and just like the safety. I put the safety on. You've got that, just pulling it. You see how violent that is, but like that won't flap around like that once it's touching something.
Okay.
You put that on, like that. There you go, flappy blade, but have some of that. It's a proper bit of. I'm surprised they haven't banned these, but yeah, how are they going to ban it? Tradesmen need them, don't they?
I was going to say the tradesmen are using it all the time.
Brilliant tool.
I've seen them on site all the time when I was in the trade, but never got to use one myself.
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't really use them. I just like it's just like a little gimmick to bring along.
I wish I'd have kept a lot of tools that I had, because I've got a pretty big garden there. I could have done with them, to be honest.
Always buy tools. Don't
Always
have
buy
money in the
tools,
bank.
man. Yeah.
Like you get yourself kit. So whenever you get money, don't leave that money in the bank, because that money's only fucking valuable until they say it fucking isn't. So get yourself kit, because that kit's going to fucking go up in price. So if you buy yourself, so today that might be 300 quid, right? So you got £300 in the bank and you got that, right? So next month it's going to be 320 and you can't afford it.
But with tools like this, you can build stuff at home. You can.
Yeah. Oh, they're really fucking double handy.
Yeah.
Cut the head off a tuna fish with that and all sorts. That's what they do on Wicked Tuna. Yeah, on the
I used
TV.
to watch that.
Yeah.
So let's go back to ULEZ and how much of a fucking con it is. What can people do to...
Economic terrorism. Nothing fucking short of it. They're extorting people. Highway robbery. modern day highway robbers don't fucking wear like funny caps and capes. They look like they're stuck on a fucking corner of the traffic lights. And street infrastructure, funny enough, is the only way these little cretins that are the weakest people in society that are controlling us. If you look at them, like, do you know what I mean? They ain't going to want to stand toe to toe with a man like me. That's why they've just spent 157 million on close protection for themselves, because we've got the weakest individuals running the show.
And we'll get to that close protection in a minute. With ULEZ, it's affecting everyone.
It is.
Don't care where you live, what borough you live in. It's affecting everyone, and it's crippling families, and people are just
At the moment.
What
What is that infrastructure really for, though? Because these things, I've had them, been next to them, weapons grade. It's not a camera. It's way more than that, way more sophisticated. There's 7 capacitors in each one, cooling, big, like, military grade chips, like proper stuff. £7,000 per unit. Yeah? £7,000 per unit. And all they hold them on with is 4 10mm bolts. So if you've got an impact driver and a 10mm socket, you can just go up and just take that £7,000 worth of kit, go and have a look at it yourself. It's been done by lots of people. They're laser guns. It's a due laser weapon for your C40 digital prison.
Digital prison.
Direct energy weapon is due, for anyone who doesn't know.
And yet these idiots that are installing this ULEZ, they might as well build their own fucking prison, brick by brick.
Brick by brick, and they will be in prison for what they've done. It's a deployment of a weapons system against the public here. So if you're part of that, you're going to pay for it. The same thing with the jab. If you're part of it, if you jabbed people, if you've done, like, if you took part in that and you were complicit in jibbing people up and making them take it, like the money doctors got for that. It's all about these people are just taking the money and fucking selling their souls.
Well, I was working. I work on film sets, and the amount of COVID idiots. One, the amount of money that was getting paid an hour. I mean, something like 36 quid a paid an hour. Do you know what I mean? Secondly, is none of these. I've got to try and choose my words lightly here. None of these fucking idiots. I call themselves COVID wankers. That make you put a mask on, make you get tested.
They can't make you.
No.
You volunteer that yourself. You've got control over it. I never wore a mask fucking one time during COVID. Not once. I refused. I was like, I'm not bitching out and wearing it. I'd rather not go in your business. I'd rather fucking walk away from that if you're going to be that fucking silly with me.
I can't see it happening, but if it was to happen again, fuck that.
I think they would have tried it already.
Happening.
But they're they've had a few. They've dipped their toes in the water a couple of times with this monkeypox bollocks, haven't they? And it's shingles that is in the bioweapon. The vaccine is a bioweapon. Let's just put that straight out there. It's nothing fucking short of it. So anyone who had that fucking injected, it was murder on a lot of occasions, attempted murder and assault of British citizens en masse. That's what happened, and these people need to die for it. It's just that fucking simple. I'll say it. I don't care. I think we need to bring back the death penalty. Why don't we kill them? Why do we spend like life in prison? Why? What the fuck do we want to spend fucking 50 grand a year keeping a fucking prisoner for when we could fucking give that to a pensioner and have someone who's fucking actually done something for this country, who's fucking paid their way all their life, fucking live comfortably instead of a fucking prisoner?
With all the money they're wasting on ULEZ, all the money they're wasting on this fucking mentally ill rainbow bollocks movement, the amount of money they're wasting just generally, and yet they take away the fuel allowance from the elderly, people that have probably fought for this country, people that have supported this country, people that have made the country what it is, and now made to suffer in freezing cold, got nothing, no support.
They made sure every single fucking high street in the fucking UK had a fucking rainbow flag. How much did that cost, for fuck's sake?
Yeah, exactly. You
know what I mean?
But it's all these
burn
movements.
Burn a rainbow flag, keep a fucking pensioner warm.
It's not only that. It's BLM. There was a whole movement of just vile people doing vile things in the name of.
But what you see on the mainstream is a very loud, very small minority.
And it's a mainstream that's supporting.
But they're a very small minority. These people are a very, very small, very, very loud minority, and they only look. It's the perception of them being like en masse. They're not. These people have only got a fucking opinion online. Out in the street, you don't see them. They're fucking hidden. They know it's not safe.
Because we've got a thing called HS2 that's ploughing through the fucking countryside.
I know all about HS2. I've worked on it.
It's ripped apart Tamworth. Completely ripped it apart. Tamworth was a town just outside Birmingham where I live. It was.
I don't like HS2.
It was a farm town. We didn't want it.
Do you want some fun facts for HS2?
Please do.
So HS2 per mile right? £396 million per mile, right? That works out at £247,000 per metre. So every step you take along fucking HS2 has cost you £250,000 to the British taxpayer.
Every
At the
metre?
moment, every metre, every step you take. If you've got a long stride like me, you stride a metre, every metre's £250,000, basically.
But no one wanted this.
No one wanted it. We didn't vote for it. Nothing. Right, I go to HS2, right? I'm on there talking to I used to work on there on a tipper truck, funny enough. And we used to sit on there. Some days, they'd order 30 tipper trucks and they'd have a machine breakdown and all 30 tipper trucks would sit there all fucking day, not doing anything. And like they wouldn't put us on something else. It'd be like, you sit there and you do fuck all the entire day. We just sleep in our cabs. Just fucking put the bed out, go to sleep for the day. You know, at 4 o'clock you're going home. But they keep you there for the entire fucking day to wank because they know you're not going to be working. They could have said, go home.
Go home, yeah.
But in case we need you, you better fucking stay here, right? So they make you sit there and sleep all fucking day, right? But I'm chatting to the traffic marshals at this time, right? So these guys, they're not from here. They're not from England. They've come in to get their fucking job, right? And they're on 6 12-hour shifts a week, 7 till 7, standing on a fucking traffic, right, on a gate. Guess how much a man's clearing in his bank each week?
Go on.
1,500 quid a week to stand there, and these traffic marshals are on every fucking corner in HS2. That's all.
1,500 quid a week.
A week for a traffic marshal.
How?
I don't know. This is the money they're paying them, geezer. 12-hour shifts. It was fucking stupid money. Like this is, and they fucking showed me. This geezer was sitting there boasting about it to us, like showing us his wages. He was going, "Yeah, we're on more money than you."
I'm only standing here.
Yeah. 1,500 quid a week. It's fucking
And
standard.
yet you're driving a Arctic.
I was driving a tipper truck. I was clearing about 800 quid a week there.
Wow.
I've fucking got a skilled job, right? And this prick's directing me. He's got no skill in his fucking life. All he literally stands here, waves his fucking hands, and listens to orders in his fucking little microphone, and goes for his lunch break when he's allowed.
And there's your problem. There is your problem. People being rewarded for doing shit jobs that no one wants to do.
But it didn't even make these fucking people. But they caused the problems there. They needed about a fucking third of the marshals they've got. They caused problems.
What I don't understand is the infrastructure on the railway they've got at the moment is fucked anyway. Everything's cancelled.
They needed the northern section.
Nothing works. Nothing. The only thing that even London, I mean, when they do work on certain tubes, and there's always a delay. I just think, so what? If you can't get this right, why are you building the HS2 and spending all these trillions of pounds, wasting all this money, ripping up all the countryside that no one wanted?
I'll tell you for why. Because
How's
guess
that gonna
what, right?
work?
So in Hillingdon, we've got a site at the back of the golf course. It's a lot of brownfield sites, right? And it was all bought up for HS2, where they're tipping it. And it's Boris Johnson, funny enough, his family own this fucking land, right? So for this 10 or 15 years where HS2's getting built, that land's dead land, right? But as soon as HS2 is up and running and finished, and all these places where they're tipping all, like, my job there was basically take the mud out of the tunnel that they're building and tip it across. We had to cross a railway line, so they couldn't conveyor it over there, so we had to drive it. So that's all we were doing, just tipping mud out of the tunnel all day. 30 trucks doing that. Fucking madness. But the land is owned by Boris Johnson. So when that's all finished, that land where we were tipping all that mud is going to be owned by him. Guess what they're going to be? They're going to be putting fucking houses there. You will be seeing fucking houses from Denham all the way through, all on the golf course on the right-hand side there. They took that golf course over. They got offered to, I think it was electrical pylons. They're going to build a road in to drive these things in. They got offered to take them up the fucking canal and they refused. They want to build a road instead. So we got the fucking Grand Union right there that they got offered to use. They could have taken their fucking shit up the canal, and they didn't fucking do it. And they've wrecked Denham Country Park. Denham Country Park is now flooded constantly because of HS2 and how they fucked the local, like the water system. Because round Harefield, and you've got a lot of big fishing lakes, the marina. There's loads of water around there, and now Denham Country Park is fucked from HS2. They're in there. I haven't been around there for a while. But yeah, they've wrecked.
Well, we've got the same problem in Staffordshire. We've got loads of water parks, loads of water, natural reserves. That's just been ripped apart.
Yeah, they're fuckers. We're
no longer there.
What do we have? Hillingdon Outdoor Activity Centre, HOAC. So that's a bird sanctuary there. One day on HS2 work, I was pulling. So they were digging chalk out of Chesham and I was bringing lorry loads of chalk back to back to Hoac in Hillingdon. So they're digging mud at one side, and then they're going right for the birds, like, because chalk's good for like the birds, and it's got the minerals and shit. They're tipping it all right next to the fucking Hoac Lake, but they've put a fucking great bridge right across it.
Wow.
Like, it's ruined.
My dad was born in Hillingdon Hospital, and lived on Apple Tree Avenue.
Yeah.
And stuff that he used to tell me about, especially the area, how nice it was and how clean it was. And I drove down there. I was filming Ted Lasso a few years ago, and it was just full of cameras, full of just
CCTV, the buses. Yeah. It's everywhere. It's full control. The street infrastructure is the only thing these people use to control us. Though. Street infrastructure. You take out that street infrastructure, they can't find you. Like, it's just like there's no one standing there. So we're basically getting picked on by the ULEZ and the other things that are taking your photo. The ULEZ ain't a camera. I don't call them cameras because they're not. They're a weapon system. But at the minute, they're functioning as a camera. They have the ability to function as a camera, but that's not what they're there for. So they're saying that's the guys that they've put them up under, basically, as a camera.
The next thing is going to be paper mile.
Paper mile for everyone. I reckon we're going to get boots on the ground for that when people start realising how bad they're coming from here. They already do it to you on your fucking... You already pay per mile on your insurance. You do realise that, don't you?
No.
You pay per mile, you got to give them a fucking mileage every year. And if your mileage goes up on your MOT, they'll fucking see that and they'll charge you more.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, so they fucking...
So they can see your mileage on the MOT certificate?
Yeah. So it's all on digital now. So they fucking see your mileage and they'll charge you for how much mileage you've done. So, yeah, if you lie to them, and they can fucking invalidate your insurance for that.
Yeah.
I've had one of my lads, they give him 6,000 miles on a black box, and he had to pay another, like, 600 quid or something for fucking more miles. It's
well, I had to get my insurance. That's
ridiculous.
why I was a bit late today with MK. I had to sort my car engine because it would run out at midnight tonight. Whacked me 1,400 quid, mate. For a Mini Cooper.
Or on a Motus.
Yeah. 1,400 quid. I'm like... What? Just what? So I've had to fork that out. But I mean, like with this tax, price of fuel, ULEZ, they're really trying to take our cars off us. They're really trying to get us off the road.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Paper mile.
Don't want your mobile. That's why the electric car scam come in.
15-minute.
They've got missold an electric motor. That's going to be the next thing you see. You've got to see missold PPE. You've got missold an electric motor. So if you imagine this, right, we've all got an electric motor right now. And like, we got a fucking, it takes about an hour and a half to charge the fucking thing. You can go about 350 miles, another hour and a half. And then some fucker comes up with an internal combustion engine. And now you can go 600 miles on one tank of fuel. And it takes 2 minutes to fill it up. Are you going to switch from your electric car to a combustion engine? Of course you fucking are.
Yeah.
So why is it going fucking backwards? Why don't these electric cars come with a fucking alternator that charges the battery as you go? I've seen them adapted, these Teslas and that. Like, people that adapt it, put a fucking alternator on it, and it doubles the range of the motor straight away.
So why don't they do it?
Why don't they do it? Because they don't fucking want it. They want to charge you for every fucking mile you do.
Remember the film Demolition Man in the early 90s?
Wesley Snipes.
Don't you think that's the way this world's going?
Yeah, it's a fucking absolute scandal what's going on. What's going on? But
people seem to be... It's like the people who've had the jabs that don't seem pissed off enough.
I said this.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They don't seem pissed off enough or angry enough after what they've done. Yeah. So how come so many millions are sleepwalking into an oblivion, just unaware of what's been done to them?
Because collective consciousness controls them. They're NPCs. They can't step outside the box. They can't think for themselves. They have to go with the crowd. Like, if you go outside what the crowd fucking want, you're sticking your fucking neck on the line. Do you know what I mean? They're coming for you if you do that. Like, these people want to be middle of the fucking pack, middle of the swarm. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to be on the outskirts fighting the fight. Like, mans like me are in the fucking vanguard here. Like, we get in there, get stuck in. I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's what I've got you on.
That's like...
MK Cypher Films is an independent production company based in Enfield, London.
Right, so what point have you fucking had enough of it, right? I'll tell you what has done me. My missus going to me, you're going to have to sell your truck, like sneering. I was like, it's like, fuck, am I selling my truck? Oh, you have to. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm selling my truck. I'm going to fucking do something about it. It's a bollocks to them. No fucking way am I getting charged to go fucking off the end of my estate in whatever fucking conveyance I like. Get fucked. So that, my missus wound me up about that. And then, because she's fucking well, I thought, fuck you, I'm going to go and do something about it. You fucking watch this then. You fucking tell me I've got to sell my truck. Fuck off. Not a fucking chance.
Have you still got it?
Yeah.
Good.
Fucking course I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking right and all.
So what would your advice be if people want to be seen to do something?
Go and defend yourself. Right, so basically, if you want to cut a fucking ULEZ down, it's a laser gun. It can cause you harm. You're legally entitled to defend yourself from that.
I'm just going to get onto that, yeah.
You're legally
what's the
entitled
legalities of...
so if something can cause you harm, if I point any weapon at you, if I pick this bat up and start threatening you, you can defend yourself from that. If I say, I'll tell you I'm going to do it to you, and then... like, you can defend yourself from that. You can do whatever you like to me because I've just fucking threatened you and told you I'm fucking holding a weapon and if someone's put that weapon there, if it was a fucking minigun, right, and it shot bullets, you'd soon fucking go and take it down. But it's a laser weapon. It doesn't fucking do bullets. It's digital warfare. For your C40 digital prison, this thing can target your brain. Have you noticed all that? I see on TikTok quite often now, like where a bus has just fucking veered off the road and gone into a building. Loads of these videos about all the time now, right? Like, and it's always bus drivers, it seems to be doing this. Well, what are they? They all got vaccinated, didn't they?
Yeah.
They're all getting targeted at the fucking lights by these ULEZ. It happened on Long Lane, just up from fucking where they got the ULEZ. There's an old woman, and like she's on a straight bit of road. It's a dead straight bit of road. She's veered off the road and straight up and fucking done a load of electrical boxes on the side. But what's caused that? Like, all these people having seizures in their motors. So you've got radar and LiDAR, right? So these things that sense your car coming up, they're thick fucking plastic, right? And these sensors inside are going through that thick plastic and scanning you in your motor. So if they can get through that thick plastic, what radiation are they putting onto you? LiDAR and it's the white boxes, white square boxes on the top of the lights, and the little square black ones. It's got a gun scope on the bottom of it, so they can target. It's Unix traffic. I'm telling you, I've had all of this in my hand and fucking looked at it. Opened them all up and fucking looked at them myself.
Wow.
And yeah, bollocks, it's a laser fucking gun. And you can, if you want to legally defend yourself from that, you can prove it only has to be your firm belief that it is that. And if you firmly believe that it is a weapon and it's going to cause you harm, you can legally defend yourself by that. And here's your method of defence. You pick that up, you go out and you fucking do something about it. And fucking bollocks to them.
There you go. That was it. I've asked the question,
yeah.
And that's how you do it. I mean, we touched briefly on it earlier on, that people don't know enough about what's going on to act.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people nervous about cutting through the cables on these things as well. I've seen it done loads of times. I've not seen anyone get electrocuted. I've seen every single wire in them getting chopped and no one gets electrocuted. When they put them up in the traffic lights, I think it's low voltage in case of RTCs. They can't have a lot of voltage running through, or a lot of current running through them fucking... It's current that gets you. So they haven't got a lot of current running through these fucking things.
Okay.
Because of, like, if a metal car goes onto a fucking metal traffic light and it electrifies the car, they can't have that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, maybe a small. So if you want to cut the traffic lights down because they're housing a fucking laser gun, you're freely entitled to do so because the traffic light is basically collateral damage, right? So people will take friendly fire. If the BBC tell you, oh, America just killed 10 of our troops because we was out in fucking Iraq looking for a Stargate, you'll take that. But so people are up in arms about a traffic light because of safety. Well, why is it fucking safer when there's a light? Well, you need a fucking light to tell you to move or something. Have you not got fucking eyes? Have a look left and right. If you can't, ask someone to fucking help you. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why do you need the lights? I'll tell you, fucking Marks and Spencer's, when they put a traffic light on the fucking front door of their store in COVID. Like, for people.
I know, yeah.
I mean, so I was like, what the fuck? What kind of cunt's going to stop at a fucking traffic light at a shop door?
Like they did, though, didn't they? People did, but they've still got them in Aldi's. If you go to an Aldi store now, they've still got the fucking traffic lights.
Me and my lad walked into
traffic lights to go shopping.
Yeah, we went into Wenzel's, right, during this COVID bullshit, right? It was on lockdown. And I walked up to Wenzel's, right, and there's 3 people in this shop, and one woman stood at the door by herself. Fucking look, that's what this cunt stood at his door for. Fuck that, I'm not standing there. I just walked in. All 3 of these people were not in the shop looking around. They were at the fucking counter, right? I just walked straight up. She said, excuse me, there's a queue here. I just looked at her, I was like, where's the queue then? Like, well, you're standing at the fucking door, the shop's empty. If you carry on, you do what you fucking like. I'm going in the shop.
So there's queuing outside
there's no
the door,
sign, nothing. No sign on nothing. She just decided there's 3 people in the shop, and because some dickhead, she's probably heard that rule. I'm sure I had like 3 in the shop for some rule, and she's decided that she's going to make a queue.
Follow the arrows.
Anyway,
yeah, fucking idiots.
I've got the Wenzel's, the 3 people have cleared out. Gets up to the counter, and she's like, put a mask on. I'm exempt. I ain't putting no mask on, right? And then she says it to my lad, put the mask on. I mean, fucking what? He's exempt too. Fuck off, like, we're not putting masks on. Here's my it was the last time I ever walked in a Wenzel's shop and bought something, by the way.
Wow.
Anyway, I fucking turns around. I haven't been looking at behind me. Fucking, she's still there. Still fucking stood at the door. And now there's about 5 cunts behind her as well. I'm just like that. Who the fuck are these people? What the fuck?
But if you take them, few, and times them by a couple of 100,000.
Where do these people come from?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they walk among us. They really fucking do. I was just like that. It was just fucking ridiculous.
And to anyone else out there that thinks that we're talking a lot of waffle, then your mate Khan, who fucking is ruining London, bringing it down to his knees, is now going to charge electric cars for ULEZ.
Oh, no, he's going to charge you for ULEZ, and he's going to charge you per mile.
So please,
So who got mis-sold an electric car? And the guys, they weren't going to have to pay fuck all because they were good for the environment.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
And now your electric car goes off the fucking range of your fucking old combustion one. And the amount of people that have said to me, I had to sell my car. I had to. They fucking didn't. They fucking didn't. You chose to. That was a voluntary fucking move. You fucking advertised it. You sold it. Bollocks. You should have fucking stood up for yourself. I don't feel sorry for you one little bit.
It's a friend of mine, Simon, who partners on this podcast. Sorry, he's had to sell about 2 cars.
Didn't
And I
have
was like,
to.
yeah, I was like, why? To keep them? No, they're going to cost me too much. Panicking. And I get why. I get it because it's.
If we all took our number plates
all-
off today, right, there's nothing they could fucking do. If every car in the UK go, right, let's all take our number plates off today, and if we have a crash, we'll just be on a gentleman's agreement to fucking exchange details, right? Imagine the fucking, like, what would they do? But, like, the people ain't got the fucking bollocks to do it. They've got to see someone like me fucking stick their neck out, but, like, they don't realise that you all stand up together, there's fuck all they can do. You ever had a fight with squaddies? And they'll line up. They don't stand in like a group, they'll fucking line up. Because that's what they're fucking
what
trained to
they're
do.
taught, yeah.
Like, if you're going to it looks bigger and more intimidating. So you can make like 10 guys that are in a little group look like fucking 20 guys stood in a big fucking line. Do you know what I mean? It looks a lot more, you're making the target fucking look more intimidating by being bigger.
Because we touched on politics earlier on. Now, I think we just answered our own question there, but who the fuck re-elected Khan in back to London?
It's all a scam. Have you seen the America? You said you follow America, right? So
Yeah.
you think Biden got voted in?
No. Not
So
a
you
chance.
like the 5,000
never in a
mules,
million years.
the 5,000 mules and all that. You believe it's definitely like they fucking scammed it. You see the people doing the drop boxes, fucking putting thousands of votes in certain cities. You fucking saw it. It was a scam. The same happens here.
I mean that
The same happens here.
Harris, Pamela, whatever her name is, evil
That's
mate.
a dude.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't.
It's
say
got a mask on. Like you've seen it. Like have you seen the deep fakes? Like where they turn their heads and you can see the masks. You can buy these masks. They're fucking realistic, bruv.
Okay. Do you
Oh.
think? I mean,
fakes everywhere.
Macron in France, his wife's a bloke, 100%.
Fucking yeah. Big Mike.
100%.
Big Mike Obama. Fucking hell, everyone knows that. If you fucking think Big Mike's a fucking girl, then fuck me, there's something wrong with you.
I
You need
know,
to get your
yeah.
eyes fucking tested at this
Yeah.
point.
But this.
Oprah Winfrey.
Oh,
That's
don't even
fucking
get me
another
started. Yeah,
bad one, isn't it?
I was watching that Harris interview with Oprah. Now, this woman is connected to Epstein, connected to the crime family at Clinton's, connected to the Bush family, connected to everyone. And no one's asking any questions. Nothing. She tries to give advice on about money worries, and she's a billionaire. She tries to give parental advice, and she's not a mum.
Yeah.
Right? She's giving all this advice, and all these people seem to be putting her on a pedestal. And not one person's asking the question. Not one.
Elevated.
Bar one. And
But
that's
if you
Donald
ask that
Trump.
question, you ain't getting airtime, bruv. Like, who is the man making things he wants? You don't want you to see that. So even if you say it, I won't fucking put it on TV.
So the deep state, no one realised that existed until about a year ago.
I
really.
first heard the word deep state in 2017, or 2016, around then. And I was like, fucking, this sounds like interesting. Do you know, it sounds like a big
I know.
fucking movie. Like,
Yeah.
when I first started looking at like the paedophile rings and like what had gone on, and like, have you seen things like the Wilson face? Do you know what that is?
Born supremacy.
Do you know what the Wilson face is?
No.
Right, so the Wilson face, this is a really nasty one for people. So it's where they get a little kid and they skin their face, right? And then they wear the skin and taunt the kid while they're harvesting the adrenochrome out of them, right? And have you seen that fucking film, Tom Hanks? He's on a fucking desert island, he's got a football and it's got a fucking face on it. That's the Wilson face. Have you seen Groot out of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Do you remember Castaway? They had a ball called Wilson, and they had a face on the ball. Remember?
The Wilson
Tom Hanks.
face, yeah.
Wilson
Was
face.
it? Did they call the ball Wilson?
Yeah.
Fuck me. And then he took that to the Super Bowl as well, didn't he?
He called the ball Wilson.
He took that to the yeah.
He used to call his name.
Sick bastards,
Yeah.
mate.
Fucking
Sick
hell.
bastards. That's what the Wilson face
That
is.
just comes straight into my head as soon as you
I
said
didn't know that. I saw the football. I saw him holding that football at the
He
Super
drew a
Bowl.
face on it.
Yeah, and then I saw a clip of that film, and I was like, "Fucking look at that cunt's got that fucking football again with a Wilson face. What a cunt!"
Tom Hanks again.
Yeah,
you know.
Tom Hanks. He had
Same names over and over again.
Yeah. So that's what the Wilson face. And Hillary Clinton.
Wow.
What was it? Oh, was that fucking?
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
It was the Hillary Clinton video. It was out the other fucking week. What do they call it?
But it just shows how desperate the Democrats are.
The Hillary
really,
Clinton
honestly.
video is bad, mate.
She's a monster, mate.
I've heard
Proper,
about it.
yeah.
Like, it's meant to be the fucking
But
worst.
do you know when you see her, like she's made up to be like your grandma?
She's dead.
You look at her.
2017.
You look at her and you think something not right
She's
about
dead
you.
in 2017 at a military tribunal, mate. Definitely. Like the Q lot proved they had control of her Twitter on it. Remember I was telling you about the timestamps and stuff.
Yeah.
So they'd done her Twitter. They took her Twitter's control. White Hat's in full control of it, mate. So her Twitter's not her. She's dead. It's all a show.
You probably know about this. There was I say conspiracy. I don't believe anything anymore. About Paul McCartney. He died in 1964.
John Lennon.
65.
McCartney, is he?
Paul McCartney. Yeah, it was he. That's why Heather McCartney had one leg, and she was threatened on GMTV that if she didn't get what she wanted, she would reveal all. Mm. And he was driving an Ilman Imp, I think he was, something like that, and he hit a telegraph pole, died. Mm. Now, there was a guy that used to win a lot of lookalikes, very, very much like him, and they got him to stand in for Paul McCartney. It's all there. And the band were releasing messages in their covers, like the Abbey Road, and that's why he was a dead man walking.
It's all their symbolism.
It's all there. It's all there.
Like, have you seen the designs on fucking like gates? People, you know, like, where they've got the curly bits on the gates. If you look at them carefully, you've got 666s and 360s. Like, it's all Freemasonry everywhere. Loads of different things in the walls of the estates that they build. There's Freemason symbols. Like if you see the patterns in the bricks.
Because if you look at buildings
people don't
nowadays,
spot it though.
No one really builds buildings like they used to with
Brutalism.
sculptures.
The people that are building these fucking things hate us. I call them chicken boxes. Like it's nothing but a fucking. It's not a family home. It's a fucking chicken box. That's where you're going to go. Look, you got no chance to grow anything. No chance for your kids to go outside or fuck. Oh, you got an outside area. It's communal. It's lovely. Fuck off. I want to be able to just open my back door and fucking let my kids run out and fucking know they're going to be safe in my own fucking back garden. I want to go and sit down there with the fuckers and watch them. Do you know what I mean? Like they need their own. All kids should have a fucking decent sized back garden. Like if you have you ever looked on? Like, I only found this out by accident. But I looked onto the Ukraine-Russia border. Right, every house out there has got a fucking allotment in a back garden. You can go literally anywhere on the Ukraine fucking Russia border on Google. Put up fucking like the satellite view, right? And like zoom in on any town, and I guarantee you the houses are all set out nicely. They've all got a massive plot of land. You can see that it's fucking cultivated, and yeah, like they all do that out there. Why do they? Like,
I was going to say, but can you imagine you people in the UK doing it?
that's what we should all be fucking doing. But instead, we're running around like blue-ass flies, fucking wasting our time. Yeah, going to
waiting at
supermarket.
fucking traffic lights.
So
to go
in
into
this
the store.
country, they've basically made it impossible for smallholdings. You're not even allowed to kill a fucking chicken without, like, do you know what I mean? If you want to pull a chicken's head off, it's dead, right? But you can't do that anymore. You got to like do it all nicely and that, but don't pull it off when it's, you know, you're better off like dinking it, letting it flap, and then pulling the head off.
Oh, okay.
Because if you pull the head off, the blood goes everywhere. But yeah, it's one. You're not allowed to do that at your house though. You're not allowed to go out and like get your own meat. Do you know what I mean? If you've got pigs, you're not allowed to slaughter. You've got to take it to an abattoir and get it processed. It's more stressful
Really?
for the animal. Yeah, you're not allowed to slaughter your own stuff in the UK anymore.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Bollocks. You got to, if you have, they make it fucking hard for you, and then you've got to have all fucking licenses. Some people, like, they'll get special people come on site and do it on, if they've got the facility to do it on their site, they can have the fucking geezer from the abattoir come onto site and kill the animals on their site. But you've got to have the processing set up to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? You're going to be killing a lot of animals. You've got to fucking be able to process that.
Wow.
But, yeah. You're not
They make it hard for you to do anything.
Well, the fucking
self-survive.
halal meat trade in the UK has taken over about 60% of the abattoirs.
I noticed.
More than that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My uncle
As
can
soon as they
go
know where
to
to kill the pigs, a lot of them refuse to kill pigs, don't they? They won't have them
They
in
won't
there
have-
now.
they won't- don't eat
They won't
pork,
do
do
the pork,
they?
yeah, no, so they won't kill the pigs.
And yet we succumb to it. It's not only that, we
If you went to
have a
Pakistan and
choice
tried
taken
putting
away.
a church up, what would happen?
Say again.
If you went to Pakistan and tried putting a church up, what would happen to it?
Good luck to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's allowed here.
How many churches have been built in the last 100 years?
I don't know. There's a lot
Not
been
many.
burnt down in France. They're burning churches over there, aren't they?
Burning churches in France, Germany, Ukraine, burning them like they're going out of fashion. Isn't that telling you something?
You touched earlier on bells, ringing bells and stuff, right? So they took all the bells out of the churches because of frequency, because it's healing. If you think these buildings were fucking set up to fucking have a load of benches, a load of uncomfortable fucking wooden benches to sit on and listen to some cunt fucking drone on at you, you're very fucking wrong. These buildings are for fucking healing. I mean, when you go to like some of the bigger, older cathedrals and they're playing the organ, you can,
that what they used to do all
you
over
can
the
feel
village?
it in the bone. So what I think these buildings are designed for is for you to lie on the floor, looking upwards and fucking being healed. Do you know what I mean? A healing space.
Because you
That's
think
what they're
about
for.
it,
Sound healing.
where's most of the paintings on the fucking ceiling?
So them wooden benches shouldn't fucking be there. Why are they there? You could have something like, it's obviously not going to be a cold stone floor. You could put a fucking nice little like blanket or whatever there, but you should be looking like, maybe even lie on the stone, because that's where the frequency is going to come through. The resonation that you would get from lying on the floor in there. That's what they're for, these buildings, I reckon. Like conductors. Like, say, if you can get a drone and you can fucking get a copper cable up fucking 150 foot in the air, that'll fucking bring electricity down from the ether for you.
Free electric.
Free electric for all. So why do we fucking pay for
But
it?
isn't that what Tesla tried to do? And that's why his work was confiscated.
But there's a man being made of fucking a car powered by water that I've seen. Well, fuck me, you could just go and fill it up out of the tap. Oh, and they couldn't tax you for it. So why did he disappear then?
Yeah.
Fucking funny that, isn't it?
MK Cypher Films is an independent...
Hey, what, if you ever fucking find a cure for cancer, run and fucking hide. Run and fucking hide, because they will kill you. Because it's a fucking $1 trillion industry.
Here's a question. Do you think the cure for cancer is a lot simpler than what they're making it out to be?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah, parasite. Cancer is parasite. It's the shit
If you
we
keep
eat.
feeding it, then it'll get bigger.
If you look at like the seed oils that we fucking, people fucking put in their food, like them Doritos your man's got on the table, you fucking put a lighter to one at a Dorito and see how quick it goes up. Like, they're fucking highly flammable.
No.
Fucking put a fucking lighter to a Dorito and see what happens, mate.
Okay.
It's fucking, they go up.
That's the experiment I'm going to try.
Yeah, make a little video, do you know what I mean? But they go up, mate. Like, and you're eating that. That's
my
fucking
eyebrows.
nothing but car fuel you're eating there. Cook your seed oil. The only thing I eat is olive oil. I don't eat any crisps or any fucking shite that's cooked in seed oil. Fuck that. I won't even drink the fucking tap water now.
I was going to say, we tried to give you bottled water earlier on. And you're
I
like,
won't
no,
drink that, no.
I've got my own water.
Yeah, we've got our own Shungite filtered water here, mate. We've got a filter on the tap at home that takes all the chlorine and parasite out of it, and just fucking filter it on Shungite afterwards and stick it in a plastic bottle. But yeah, it gives a fuck.
But I was talking to a guy on set the other week, sorry, and he was telling me how the filter system works and how many times it's probably gone through someone before you drink it out of the tap water.
We should all be drinking primary
that.
water. Gaddafi was building the fucking river across Africa, wasn't he? Primary water.
I can't look at tap water the same way again.
Why don't we get water out of wells? Like, all this water, you can fucking wells. Like, it's primary water. You look at what primary water is, right? That's what we should all be drinking. They don't want you fucking digging wells, because like, there's water under us. There's water under us, and they don't want you tapping into that. They don't want you drinking their shit with fucking, that's filled with fluoride and chlorine, because they want you dumbed down. They want to fucking calcify your pineal gland and fuck you.
Because that clip you released a few weeks ago, where you think no one's angry enough.
Oh, yeah.
Hits it right on the nail, mate. Why?
Why the fuck aren't you pissed off about this? Well, do you know what I mean? If you jabbed me with that fucking shot and I hadn't known about it then, and I took it because I wanted to go on fucking holiday or something, and now I learn it's a fucking bioweapon. That was fucking attempted murder. It's not murder because I'm still fucking here, but it's attempted murder at the fucking very least that they've done to you. Why the fuck are you not pissed off about that?
And no one seems to ask.
I'm doing a podcast with a fucking guy tomorrow, actually. His name's John Watt. He's pissed off about it. He's vaccine injured. He fucking went and asked Rishi Sunak questions, right? Fucking put it on the geese. There's a video of it out there, right? And after that, he's got his Twitter account, 60,000 followers gone, fucking all hacked. Do you know what I mean? They come for you. They fucking come for you. I lost an Instagram account, 63,000 followers. My Facebook's like so massively shadow banned. Unless you look for me, you ain't fucking seeing me. I'll show you the analytics from my Facebook account now. It's a fucking absolute joke, geezer.
Really?
Yeah. They tell you that you're restricted. Since I haven't fucking had anything since June, and it's still fucking shadow banned. I got a thing last year saying I was banned for a fucking year from changing my page name. So till the 29th of November this year, I'm not allowed to change my page name on Facebook. It's that fucking pathetic, mate. Fuck them.
Don't you ever look at people that are still in the matrix and think, or could still be there, or are you glad you're on the outside looking in? To seeing how things are for
I'm going to quote Game of Thrones here, and I'll say something like, the lions, we don't concern ourselves with the opinions of the sheep.
Amen.
I'll fucking eat these people, mate. I don't care. All right, let's go. It's one of them. But do you know what I mean? I'm not talking like physically chomp on them, but like, let's go. We've got more about us than your fucking average cat round here, and we're going to do something, and we're going to help you all out. I'm not pissed off at like these people that told me that I want to fucking help the people that have been fucking injured by the vaccine. Do you know what I mean? I want to get the people who fucking done it to them. I'm not pissed off with them for fucking taking it. They're pissed off with me during the time for not taking it. They were pissed off with me, but I ain't holding out against these motherfuckers.
Anti-vax, I was labelled dangerous.
I got kicked out of loads of places, geezer, for fucking refusing, for standing up. We was walking down the fucking road, right, picking up the bins. This is where I worked as a bin man the entire time of COVID, right? As soon as it started, we were having lockdown. You lot are all coming in tomorrow, though.
Essential workers, remember that?
Oh, right, key workers, you fucking need us, do you? So we go in, right, and then we're not seeing nothing. Nothing's changed. No ambulances on the street. Everything's dead. All we're seeing is, because every fucker's now locked in their house, they've all decided to have a fucking spring clean, the cunts. And now we've got fucking twice as much shit as, like, literally, we were finding bags. Like, you knew they were having clear outs, so we found 2 big bags of nail polish. Like, literally, black bags full of nail. We had them out and we were slinging them on the back of the lorry and painted the whole back of the lorry, all in different colours, like smashing these fucking... just having some fun. That's the sort of shit I was doing during COVID. And we were looking around and it was like, right, okay, so everyone's got COVID, it's a deadly disease. Where's the fucking... We're picking up black bags and with fucking masks hanging out. Where the fuck are the hazmat masks for these fucking things? Why are we getting picked out? And Hillingdon Council, the lovely council, went from 3 pairs of gloves per week for the guys, so basically a pair every other day, to now you can have a pair of gloves every day, boys. Do you know what I mean? They've fucking really pushed the boat out for them, and they give us some fucking alcohol hand gel and sun cream, would you believe?
Sun cream?
And China masks as well. We had like boxes of China masks. None of the lads in my truck wore them. Not one of us bitched out and fucking... We had like guys getting in, we just started looking at him like, mate, you're really going to wear that mask? Like, fucking hell.
What's wrong with you?
Just like shaming them, because we've got like 3 people on site who ain't wearing masks. And, like, when one man gets in with a mask, we're all sitting there looking at it. And that's what happened, like, because so many people were wearing masks, everyone thought, oh, well, I've just got to. And even for months after fucking COVID, they told you don't need a mask. And you see these fucking twats using them as chin warmers.
I still see it.
just felt like giving them a fucking slap, didn't you? Just like, fucking wise up. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck's sake.
So moving forward, what's the plan for you?
Go and get me a haircut in about 20 minutes.
Okay, and then
going forward, mate, I ain't shutting up. I'm going to fucking carry on doing what I'm doing. I've come out today to do a podcast because I thought I'd give it a fucking try, see if people like even want to watch it. Do you know, I know a lot of my followers probably will. So if you send it over, I'll get your fucking share for you.
Thanks, man.
But yeah, it's one of those. I just like fucking try new things every time. Like if it's getting a bit stale, let's try something else. That's why I'm here doing a podcast today, trying new things all the fucking time, onwards and fucking upwards. We're going to get these cunts.
You've done what you've done in stance. You're supporting yourself. You didn't listen to your wife and say your truck. You've still got that. You're still making your life work. You're not only a credit to yourself, mate, but you're a credit to your son. You're a credit to us that are looking at you for support, guidance. If this guy can do it, so can I.
The messages that I like the most are the ones that they go, you give us hope. The word hope.
That's what I mean.
That's massive for me. When something like, you give us hope, and I'm like, do you know what I mean? You get a little tingle up your spine, and you think, oh, fuck me, at least I've done something for this cunt today. Do you know what I mean? My life might be fucking shit, and I might have like a fucking hard time. But yeah, let's fucking go. Everyone else is going to get helped out. The more people we can get helped out and fucking doing well here, the fucking better it's going to be for everyone.
Brilliant.
So because that's what we got to do.
That's the kind of bloke or kind of person that I look up to, man or woman. As long as they've got the balls to say it as it is, do what they say, and make it work.
Yeah, a lot of people was like saying,
role
like, see
model.
all these big thugs that I go up to on the street and they're going, like, oh, he's a fucking big old lump. Are you not scared of him? I'm like, I ain't fucking scared of no one. I don't care. Like, do you know what I mean? I've got as much chance as him if he fucking wants to get physical or something. But I know that they're not there to do that. I'm not fucking in the least bit scared because, like, if anything's going to kick off, they're fucking supposed to be professionals. So it should be me kicking it off. I'm not going to do it. You're not getting the rise out of me, right? So it's not kicking off. So all these people saying it is going to kick off, unless a man wants to come and lose his job on me, it ain't kicking off. And if he fucking does do that, I'm not going to stand there and just let him hit me and crumple. I'm going to fucking do something to you.
So before we wrap this, before we wrap the podcast up, there's a name or a person who protects these ULEZ guys that are building this infrastructure to keep us prisoned, called James.
James, right. His name's actually Adam. His name's not James.
Is it?
His name's not James. That's just like they wouldn't tell us their names. Like, so I just started giving them fucking names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's James. His name's Adam though.
What is he? Who is he?
He's a-
Because he
he's a
seems
close
to be popping
protection.
up on different jobs.
I've made that boy famous. He's been all over the place. I get sent photos of him wherever James is. I fucking know about it now because I get some fucker going, I saw James at Wembley today. I saw James at fucking wherever he is. I'll get a message. Like, I'll get photos sent through. I've got fucking photos of him at the fairground, photos of him at the fucking gym, photos of him at all sorts of installs. Wherever he shows up, I'll get.
Now, for people who don't know who James is I'd say probably your nemesis.
He's not my nemesis. I've got no issue with the geese. I just like take. I'm like, it's like just another character. He's just a character to take the piss out of him, Mark. I've got no fucking issue. If he weren't doing that job, me and him would probably get
won't,
along.
yeah.
But like, he does do a knobhead job, and if he's going to do that, and he's going to wear them tight trousers, he's going to give me ammunition like that, I'm just going to fucking put it on him. Do you know what I mean? I can make him look silly. That's why I've got popular. I've not gone there. I could go in there and go, you cunts, fucking. I started doing that, and it weren't getting the views. As soon as I started taking the piss out of them, people were like, I was like, all right, I can fucking take the piss. We can do that. Not a fucking problem. Do you know what I mean? I'm quite good at it.
But it's the way you put when you go on your walks and you go, morning folks, how we doing?
Morning,
folks?
morning, everyone. Yeah.
I'll keep you waiting.
I haven't said that one for a while. I'll give you hate. I was getting fucking laughed at when I made that sign.
Why?
I was getting fucking laughed at and told I was a fucking idiot.
By who?
By my missus.
What?
I'm going to fucking... I've still got that bit of cardboard that I did that fucking red, white and blue honk if you hate them on.
Yeah.
I fucking salvaged that.
thought that
I've
was
got that
brilliant.
sitting in my garage. I'm going to fucking auction that one day.
Yeah.
And I she would take the piss out of me when I was sitting there writing that, laughing at me, going, everyone's going to think you're a fucking idiot.
Brilliant.
And now I've got fucking hoodies with that on. I've got fucking loads stickers, loads of shit.
So to be honest, your missus told you to cellular, you didn't, made it work. You made the sign work. You've even got merchandise to say how good it was. And
I don't like being told what to do.
No.
Don't fucking tell me off. Bottom fucking line. Don't tell me off and we'll be all right.
I've got no intention of doing that.
That's it. Don't tell me off. We ain't got no fucking issues.
Honestly, I'm not doing it.
You tell me off, I'm going to find a gripe.
So thanks for coming on our podcast
Yeah,
today.
no worries, mate. First one ever on the anniversary, a year on.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Let's fucking
meant
go.
to be. Meant to be.
That's kind of why I done it. I knew it was a fucking
Did
anniversary.
you?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, I know you didn't. You wouldn't know
Okay,
unless I fucking told you, would you?
No.